So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector. And today I got joining me Urban Gilström. So, he sings and plays guitar on a band called L23, which is a shoegaze band. And we're here to talk about, the band. I know I follow you on Instagram. So first of all, Urban, how are you today?
I'm very fine, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
It's a wonderful
awesome.
day here
Yeah.
in Sweden, in the western part of the Sweden where I'm right now. I'm living in Stockholm normally, but just today I'm at my country house in the western part of Sweden. So it's a sunny evening here in Sweden.
Nice. So L23, I know you for now you have four songs.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what made you get to do this project, and mainly tell me a little bit about how the history, how you decided, hey, I'm going to do this project. So it's gonna be like a solo project where you invite other musicians to play in different songs. So tell me a little bit about how you got started with this.
Yeah. I've been playing in bands like all my life since I was a teenager, and I tested out most of the musical styles you can think of in different constellations and different, played some different instruments as well. And when I started up, listened to music for real, like indie pop and stuff, I was maybe 16 or something when the original wave of shoegaze hit the world, the British shoegaze, and it hit me very hard. I liked it very much. So it's been close to my heart all the time, even if I played different kind of styles throughout the years, and always return to the shoegaze. And maybe a year ago or something, I think I tried to record some of these songs and make it like more of the shoegaze songs. And I didn't realize then that it was like a trendy thing again, shoegaze. I thought it was something that was way past like 30 years ago or something. But I realized now that it's coming up really big, and a lot of young people is listening to it. And I was really happy to it, but I was a bit confused as well. But it's fun because there are groups of people around the world who really love shoegaze. There are not many at the same place, but I got listeners from all around the world, from Japan and Brazil and United States and Europe and everywhere. People are writing to me and says they like the songs and follow on Instagram and so well. So it's really fun to do this. And
Yeah.
it's mostly a solo project where I invite people. So I've been in the music business, not in the business. I don't make it for a living, but I've been playing in band all my life, as I said. So I know a lot of people also played in band all their life. So it is quite easy for me to find people to play with me, even if it's just a song or two. They just sit in and they play their part and they leave again. Uh, and I think I've been in many bands, always very democratic, and everyone have their opinion, and it always leaves me with a feeling that it's not exactly what I want it to be. It could be a little bit better. So in this case, I decided to no, this is my band. You can join me for playing your part, but you play what I tell you more or less, or at least I have the last word to decide
Okay.
what's going to stay or not. So. That's a solo part of it.
Makes sense. So the name L23,
Yeah.
what does it mean?
Uh, I haven't come up with any. The true story is that I started to record the first L23 song, and I did it in Logic, the program to record music, the Logic on Apple. And I had to choose a name for the song to be able to save the file. So I just made something, typo thing on the keyboard, and it went L23 of a random keys. And I started to work with this song, and for weeks going on, and every time I opened that file, I was looking for the L23 file on my computer. And then when I should release the songs, I thought about the band name. I said, I don't know, but L23, that's the name I've been working for weeks now. For me, it felt like the name of the band automatically. So, but the story is it's just random numbers and letters.
Yeah, okay. So there's no.
Then I discovered there are several more bands called L23. There's some hip hop band or something. So it's not completely random either.
Okay, so you have 4 songs now. I won't stay for long. Where do you go by now? Starting over at a new place. And if you don't know me by now, that at the
Yeah.
before I heard that song, I thought maybe I thought it was a cover at first before I heard it because
Yeah.
like if you don't know me by
I know.
no, it's not a cover.
It didn't stuck me until later. When I released it, right, not a moment during the progress I was thinking that thought, but then someone told me in the minute I released it, oh, it's cover. No, cover.
Is that a
Then I
Chicago
understand what
song?
they mean. So it was really a coincidence that the name was. But now I think it's quite funny. It would actually be quite funny to make a cover of that song
Yeah, but
in
I'm thinking,
shoegaze.
no, is that a Chicago? I can't remember who does that song, but when I saw the title, I'm like, no, it's not a cover because it's just I remember that part of that song. Which one was the first song that you wrote and put out?
I think starting over at a new place was the first one was released. I can't say it was the first I wrote because I have so many songs in my, I recorded bits of songs, a verse there and a chorus there, and I record it in my phone when I sit with my guitar, and then when I drive my car or something, I listen to them and say, oh, that's a good part. I can use that part and things. So I can't really remember which order I wrote them in, but I think starting in at a new place was the first one who was released. And that's actually because I thought it was the best of the 4 songs. But it was before I recorded them. But on acoustic guitar, it sounded like the best songs. So I thought it's a better thing to start up with the best one. But now I realize that it's the least listened song. I think it's the 4th place of those 4 songs, even if it was released first. So.
I think no, it's I'm looking at the Spotify right now, and it's the third one.
3rd one, okay.
If you don't know me by now,
Climb in.
it's the fourth
Climb
one.
in.
But yeah, and the latest that you put out was "I Won't Stay for Long."
Yeah.
That you put.
And that was those 4 songs were meant to be. No, they weren't meant to be, but they were written like together. So I thought I would record those 4 songs and release them, maybe like an EP at the same time, 4 songs, song EP. But I realized I could. I had to release something. I was, frustrated. So I started to put them out
And
one by one.
this is your own. This is do it yourself. You're self-releasing this music.
Yeah.
I know you have it on Bandcamp and Spotify, and I saw you have a music video on YouTube for one of the songs. And the music video, you see a lot of footage, and I think I see your silhouette. So that's what I'm thinking, like, who's in the band? Because I'm like, this is so mysterious. Like I can see the people in the band. So Urban, like how would you like? I know it's a lot of shoegaze, and I read that you're influenced by bands like My Chemical Romance. Even though there's some shoegaze, I heard a lot of like a little bit of Britpop influence also to the music. So tell me a little bit of what your musical influences are.
Yeah. I think you meant My Bloody Valentine was the influence.
What
not
did
My
I say?
Chemical Romance.
Oh my God, I said My Chemical Romance. No, I meant My Bloody Valentine. Sorry.
That's another thing, because most of the band I played with over the years, they always say, like, we don't play any special style of music. We're just playing, we're totally unique or something. But in this case, I wanted to, really I like the shoegaze style, and I was trying to do something that sounded like the old style shoegaze band. So it's really influenced by the early Ride records and My Bloody Valentine. And then I realized I haven't really listened to those, especially I haven't listened to Ride for a very, very long time.
Oh,
So
right.
it
Yeah.
was in my mind, how they sounded in my mind, I was recreating. But when I actually listened to those records again, I thought, oh, this is doesn't sound like I remember. It was a very thin sound, and it was like two guitars. I have like
Yeah.
eight, tens, tens of
You know
guitars in my.
that Ride has a new album this year.
Yeah, but I don't really like
I
rides
didn't like it
today.
that much either.
No,
Yeah.
it was too much Britpop for me. I like them a lot. The first
Yeah.
for the first album, but the first EPs they made
Yeah,
it's
but
really good. But after that, I'm not that huge fan anymore.
yeah,
And I
but
know they've been
these
touring,
guys,
and I haven't seen them. So,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
actually, I was on just 3 days ago. I was on a Bruce Springsteen show here in Stockholm.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
that's a completely different music
No,
style
I
for me.
know, I know.
I do like that kind of music as well. It's really, when he do the encore and it's all the people are just, it's amazing in a different kind of way. So
Yeah.
I think I mash up with everything because sound wise, like sonic wise, I'm very influenced by the shoegaze style of sound. But when it comes to melodies and lyrics and things, it could be anything what I listen to. For years, I almost exclusively listen to country music, and maybe you can hear something. I actually had a new song. It's not been recorded yet. That I thought this sounds a bit like something. I can't really remember what it is, but I know this chord progression from somewhere, and the lyrics came to me really easy. So I thought it can't be a new song. This must be something I've heard before. And it was Wanted Man by, in my case, Nick Cave, I would say, because I listen a lot to Nick Cave, but it's more like Johnny Cash, who made it famous from the start. And it's a country song, but for me, I made it somewhere to be a shoegaze song.
Yeah, and
But I will,
shoegaze has made a comeback. There's even a band mixing like new metal with shoegaze, and they call it new gaze or
yeah,
nostalgic gaze. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, but
yeah.
there's bands in the in the '90s that crossed over. Like I love Deftones, and they mix some shoegaze elements. The Smashing Pumpkins bring when you had the Hums, Failures. You had all those bands, and now there's a lot of newer bands doing shoegaze style. So yeah, it's pretty popular nowadays. There's
Yeah,
a Spotify playlist that if you you should try to get on it. I don't know,
yeah,
like it's called like Shoegaze Now,
yeah.
and they put a lot of like new shoegaze bands, and it's a great place to
Yeah,
find.
I know about it. I listen to
Yeah,
it
yeah.
myself, and
You
yes,
need to write
it's
that
fun to be there.
douchebag in the
Yeah,
Spotify, like, hey, please put
yeah, exactly,
put me there. Like since he says that creating content doesn't cost. Like,
exactly.
put me
They're
there.
Swedish, actually,
Yes, I
like
know.
me.
You're like, hey, help a countryman out.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, so you have the four songs, and uh, so what, like Urban, what is your plan with this project? Do you plan to release at any time, like do a full album, or do you prefer just to release songs here and there?
Hopefully, I'm a bit too. I'm not patient enough to collect like 13 songs and release them on one album. So probably I keep releasing like one or two songs at a time, and maybe when I come up like 10 songs, I put them together on an album. Maybe I haven't decided, but it's really fun to just be out there and get people to listen to, and I thought maybe 10 friends were gonna listen to it, and half of them didn't like it anyway. So, but it's really fun to have thousands of listeners. So
At
actually,
least they were
they,
honest with you. like,
yeah,
like, like it would suck if your friends lied to you. Like, yes, we like it, but yeah,
yeah. So and it would be really fun to play live. But as I said, I don't have like a formal band with all the musicians ready to go. So if someone calls me and say, "Hey, can you do a live show?" Absolutely, I would love to do that. But I have to, you know, first I have to put together a band who can do those live shows. So so it's a bit hard just to take one live show. And the problem is when you're a small band, you don't have any money to.
yeah.
It's different with if you're a bigger band, you can say, "Hey, I pay $1,000 to come with me to Spain to play on a festival." I can't do that. So, if I get one small gig back in Stockholm, it's really hard to say, please, can you rehearse with me like 2 weeks and then play here and here, but you don't get a single penny for doing it. So
Yeah. For now, this
no,
is more of like a studio project. So when did you decide to do this? Like I gotta get this music out. I'll do it myself. Like when did you decide to go ahead and do this project?
it started like, I'll say a year ago or something, when I decided this project. I've been working with music on my own, like with my computer in my home for ages, and recorded stuff and never released it. And so this time I thought, I gave it a shot, and I think the thing is, shoegaze, since I was like, when I started to learn playing guitar, I was playing a lot of shoegaze, and it's really where I learned to play guitar. It's
Mhm.
what comes to me very natural to play shoegaze music. Uh, Even now, I've been trying to play different kind of styles, and it's really hard. I have to learn it, watching YouTube with them. But when it comes to shoegaze, it just comes naturally. And when I did record it, I thought this sounds good. This is as good as the shoegaze bands are out there right now. I can compete with them without being embarrassed. Um, I'm not saying I'm the best band out there, but I'm as good as many of them who release records. So I thought, oh, this is another thing is I'm not really happy with my voice, like singing voice. So it's real easy. It's shoegaze where you mix it very low, and it's more an instrument among other instruments. It's not
Yeah,
a
because the voice is you hear more the music that, and it has that 90s sound with shoegaze that you heard more the music than the voice. So yeah, it does make sense. Uh,
yeah.
yes, oh
Many
yeah.
musical styles is the voice is in focus, it's central, and all the other instrument is just lifting that up, um, doing a backup. They're backing up the vocals, but the vocals is always in focus and the central part of the music. And I wanted it to be like just like one other instrument. And it's not more important than the drums or the bass or guitars or something.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna show this is your Bandcamp page for people who want to know. There's the
Yep,
singles. You can follow the band, contact. So it has everything. Who's doing the artwork for the singles?
I am. I am actually an art director by trade, a graphic designer.
Okay.
So this comes, this is very, very close what I do
And you
for a
can
living.
tell this is you because I see the glasses here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah. So you can follow. So yeah, you have your Instagram, your YouTube. Did I follow you or did you follow me? I think you started following me because I think I did some shoegaze videos or
Yeah, yeah,
something.
I think so. It was
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
I don't remember. I do a lot of videos, but I can't remember uh, what I did right now. So Urban, for you, like if you had to pick five shoegaze records that you think are the essential shoegaze records, which ones would you pick and why?
Yeah. Obviously, everything with my blood Valentine
Yes,
and
not My
Love
Chemical
Letters.
Romance. I got
No,
confused. I don't know why I said My Chemical Romance.
I don't think I ever listened to them, but I know their name, so
They're not
I can't say
shoegaze.
if they're good or bad, but it wasn't them I meant. So, and their masterpiece is Loveless, of course, but I like everything they done, including their later albums and the first one as well. So everything by My Bloody Valentine. And the second one is probably Ride, and the Nowhere album came out 1991 something.
Yeah.
Uh, Roughly the same time as My Bloody Valentine. And at that time, it was very many shoegaze band who was active and was a huge scene, if you know, from in the UK, spilled over to Sweden as well. It was never like mainstream here, but still a lot of people listen to it. And what else? from that era. I can from the new contemporary music is like Weir.
Oh yeah, they're good.
How if they pronounce that way?
Yeah, I think they're pronounced that way. Yeah.
Weir and Wisp is really close names. It's two different bands, but Wisp and then someone had they said to me, Teenage Fan. It sounds like Teenage Fan Club, and I love Teenage Fan Club, but I also thought of them more like a Britpop band than a shoegaze band. But then I listened to the first two records, Teenage Fan Club, and that's true. You can probably, if you can say Ride is shoegaze, you can probably say Teenage Fan Club is shoegaze as well. And so if I'm allowed to say Teenage Fan Club as a shoegaze band, I would add them as well.
Nice. So Urban, for you being this in the band, like what are the type of lyrics and themes that you like to cover in your songs?
I don't actually. I hate writing lyrics. It's just something I have to do to have something to sing, but it's not important to me. It's like the volume of the voice. It's the same with the lyrics. It's just a part of, something. I don't want to do instrumental music. I do like the voice, the sound of a voice in music, but it's not important for me what I sing. So I sing rather than I sing "Baby, I Love You." I sing more of a surreal kind of lyrics. You can't really find any meaning if you follow that through. You can find single phrases, you can find a meaning, but I don't think you can follow that in a structure, from the first verse to chorus to the second verse and so on. So I can't really say much about the lyrics. It's just phrases. When I sit and play, I just spit out phrases, random phrases that sounds good.
You could do a song about going grocery shopping.
I probably don't about doing it, but I could get different phrases from grocery shopping, but I couldn't start like a story where I go grocery shopping.
Okay. And yeah, a lot of there's shoegaze bands that sometimes when I think of like shoegaze, like it was more important like the type of sound and like the tone of the voice, but not that much like the lyrics. Yeah, I know what you mean about that. So yeah, I had to ask you, there's some people that you're like, no, I hate doing it. I just do it because I don't want to do just purely instrumental music. So Urban, where can people follow you in besides Bandcamp, Instagram?
Yeah, I'm mostly active in Instagram. I try to update once a day, and that's what is it? L23 underscore the band. No, the opposite. The band L.
The band, yeah.
Search and find. And yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but I think it's only my first video up on YouTube. I'm not really active there, but sure, if you haven't heard anything yet, so try it out. And Bandcamp, same there, L23 the band.
So what's next for L23? I know you said that you have a song released.
I'm actually recording a song right now.
Right now?
Yeah, I have recorded a song right now. It's almost done. I haven't mixed it yet and mastered, but most of the things I still have my vocals to do. I hate that part. And a few finishing stuff before I release it, but it's almost done. So probably in August or September I will release one song, and then I have written a few new songs lately, 3 or 4 that I haven't started recording them, but I think I will during the autumn and release it one by one during the later part of this year.
Nice. So I'll put the link for the Bandcamp and everything for people who want to follow the band. And I have people that follow me that like shoegaze. So here's a new shoegaze project, L23, you can check out. It's got already 4 tracks and they're pretty cool. So I'll post the link for anyone who wants to follow them. So Urban, I want to thank you for joining me virtually from Stockholm to Puerto Rico here on the couch and talking some shoegaze and L23 with me. So
thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you for having me. Very nice.
To the people before we go?
No, not actually. You should try shoegaze out if you haven't tried it out yet.
Yes.
Listen to it.
It's good music.
Thank you.
Yeah. So until next time, couchers, this is Hector, the shield dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.